is absolutely critical to the process.
There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind. You can change your hair, your clothing, your address, your spouse, your residence. But if you don't change your mind, the same experience will perpetuate itself over and over again, because everything outwardly changed, but nothing inwardly changed.
So what more? What more can we do? What more can we inwardly change? Our mindset. The most powerful inward change we can possibly make is in our mindset. You know, it was Henry Ford who said, whether a man believes he can, whether he believes he can't, either way, he is right. And see, being able to take control of our mindset and to point it in the direction that we want, in the positive direction that we want, it's a critical step towards mastery. You know, we're coming down the home stretch, and I want to share with you another one, another great mastery step, and that is mentorship. You know, mentorship is not about what you teach necessarily to others. In mentoring someone, what it really does is it deepens your understanding. It deepens your ability to access and to use what you have learned. Your mastery deepens, and it becomes easier and easier to live your dream life. So, what does it mean to have action mastery? Well, this step, action mastery is everything, because what good is it to have a plan? What good is it to have mentors? What good is it to have anything if there is no action? You know, I once read that Thomas Jefferson said, if you want to know who you are, don't ask, act. Your actions delineate and define you. And if you have action mastery, you are defined. You are an action master. And that is a key step in living your dream life. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want to do for you. I want to give you a very, very special invitation. You know, I don't make this invitation for everyone, but I want to offer this to you. I want to introduce to you the Life Mastery Success System. Now, in this system, we have a number of things that are available to you. So you have to be asking yourself, will this work for me? Absolutely it will. It will work for you. So what's the next step? Well, the next step, of course, then, is to join the winning team. Work with me. I will work with you, and everything that we've talked about thus far, we will deliver. And so here's what I want you to do. Go to www.instantfreedomlife.com. Again, that's www.instantfreedomlife.com. So is there an investment? Of course. You know, there's always an investment to be made. But you know what? You're investing in you. You're investing in yourself. You know, it's only an investment in yourself that is of true value. So you might be asking yourself, what do I get? So what you get is everything. The entire Instant Freedom Life, the entire Success Kit. So the Life Mastery Success System, that is available to you today. So what do you get? In Module 1, we will do the Freedom Focused Life introduction. And in this introduction, you'll be shown what it is to have a freedom-focused life. We'll begin to explore the language, if you will. You know, if you're in the medical field or it's somebody who works in automotive repair, there's a particular language that people have that others don't understand. Well, people with a freedom-focused life, they have a language all to themselves. And we will introduce you to that language. In Module 2, we will begin to awaken your awareness, where you become aware of things that you'd never been aware of before. In Module 3, you'll learn about the games we play. We do things for a particular payoff, but sometimes we don't understand. But you know what? We're going to explore those things, and we're going to learn how these things play into our success. In Module 4, we're going to learn how to break free of the same old thing, what we've always done. And we're going to move to a new path towards our future. In Module 5, we will learn about the double E. Double E stands for enlistment and then execution. We will learn how to enlist the help of others and then execute and make things happen. Yeah. And in Module 6, freedom in the power to choose. You know, often we're stuck with not being able to make the difficult choice. Often we're not able to make a choice at all. But what we'll learn in Module 6 is how to make ourselves free and available to think and do and have and choose whatever it is that gives us our freedom-focused life. In Module 7, we're going to put away the ordinary, and we're going to move to the level of extraordinary. In Module 8, we're going to learn how to have and maintain self-discipline. Self-discipline is critical to maintaining and having any gains that we make in the program. But you know what? It's doable. We can do it. We can have it because you use self-discipline now every day. We're just going to bring what you already know how to do to bear and to build your dream life.
School and to get a job. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to school and getting a job. There's nothing wrong with that. It only becomes a challenge when your dreams and your goals and the things that you want to do, they outgrow your income and you don't really have another way. And you don't really have too many other choices except getting another job, because it's pretty much the only thing that's been indoctrinated into your psyche. And on another front, subliminally, we attract what we, like, you can't grow beyond your business. You can't grow beyond your knowledge. You know, someone who's never been to a millionaire status, they can't take you to millionaire status. And a lot of us, we're running around with people, and they say, show me your friends, and I'll show you who you are. When you come inside the Millionaire's Matrix, you're mentored by millionaires and billionaires and financial advisors, and we have a whole host, we have a whole team of people who can take you to a whole nother level. The first thing you have to be willing to do is to take the first few steps to a new financial enterprise, to having new financial dreams, to going to another place where no man has ever taken you before, right? Hear me roar is what is, you know, it's almost like let go, let God, let's go, come on, do something different. We've tried all this other stuff. This is a membership. It's a membership portal. It's a platform. It's something a little bit different, but it can enhance everything that you're doing right now because it gives you something else. It gives you the freedom, you know. And then we ask the question is, why does obtaining financial security matters? Ask yourself that question. In America, you need money to just be. You know, it dictates a lot of things in your life, and it's a tool. Now, let's be real clear. Money is a tool. With it, you can do more. It helps to magnify who you are. You have big goals, you have big dreams in life, you want to help a lot of people. The more money you have, the more you can help. If you don't have, you can't help others. For me, It became a blessing in my life because I was able to bless other people around me. I was able to feed into other people. There were other entrepreneurs. I met a young lady. She had a beauty shop, and she needed some things done. She only needed a few $1,000s, but because of my knowledge and because at the time I was in a pretty good position, I was able to gift her what she needed. I've been in a position to help family members and things of that nature, but this isn't about me. It's about us coming together as a community because I want more people like me to be in a position where they can help others when they need the help. I don't want to talk about just, no, this is a better way of saying it. Instead of just talking about it, I want to be about it. And instead of me just having that story, I want everybody around me to have that story. But I also need everybody to understand it's a process. See, the struggle is real. The struggle is very real, but I promise you, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It's just a matter of understanding what it takes to get to the status of financial freedom, what it takes to get to the status of creating wealth for yourself, you and your family. That's all it's about. My story, like I said earlier, is probably a little bit like most of the people watching this webinar today. You just want more. You just want to be in a position to do some things. You just want to be in a position to travel, to see this world. You know, for me, when I first started this journey of putting the Millionaire's Matrix together, there was a lot of people who were asking me why. There was a lot of people who could not understand why is it that I want to do something different. Why is it that I want to take the information knowledge that I have and I want to share with other people? Well, for me, I got really sick and tired of hearing about everything that's wrong with Black America, and I really I wanted to concentrate on the solution. So for me, it was like once I started really understanding that you are the money. When I say you, I mean me, I mean us, I mean as an individual, you are the money. I want you to think about right now, how many times have you gone, or do you know someone, if it wasn't yourself, and you were able to purchase a big ticket item, a house or a car? Most of us, that's part of the American dream, right? To ride nice, to live nice. Well, for those of us who've had that pleasure, that privilege, or we made it happen, we sat at somebody's closing table with all these documents, right? And what do? We signed on the dotted line. See, you are the money. And once you understand that in America, you can literally create money out of thin air, then you get to a place where you start understanding that, well, once you figure that part out, we're going to help you figure that part out. We're going to help you understand how to leverage your credit into wealth. We're going to help you figure out how you are the money and why that's so important and how simple the process is. See, there's other people who come here from all over, and when you look up, they own Subways and Mr. Heroes, and they own hair stores, and these are people of different nationalities, and that's great. I'm happy for them. I truly am. But at the end of the day, I'm looking around, I'm going, okay, well, what does my people own? What are we known for? What franchises do we have? Do you know how simple it is to have a franchise? It's really not that difficult. What is difficult, or what the challenge is that a lot of us, we're not really looking in that direction. Nobody is mentoring us. No one is saying, hey, let's get your credit together. And then we've got a plan. And from there, let's get you some money. And from there, let's talk about investments. And I'm trying to keep it real, like real short here. I'm not really trying to go all the way into it. But when you come inside the Millionaire's Matrix, it's more about developing who you are as a person. It's more about developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and how to put that together in a platform that makes sense for you and your family. Something that speaks to you and that has the integrity that you're looking for. And it has the ability to give you what it is in life that you want. Not only that you want, but that you absolutely deserve. One of the mantras here is that our goal is to help others succeed. I kind of went through that a little bit a few seconds ago because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I am not successful until you are successful. For me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be on this planet. My story is not over. My story is about helping other people to get to millionaire status, and I have a whole entire team committed to me. They're committed to you. They're committed to us. They're committed to our community because it's time for some changes. I'm sick and tired of all the excuses. Personally, I take it real personal every time a child gets shot by the police and gets gunned down, and guess what? We can't come to the rescue. And I'm going to tell you something. Money equals power. Power equals respect. And as a community, we have no respect. If we grab a picket sign and we walk the streets, guess what? Nobody's paying us no attention. But if we start taking our economic dollars and we start putting them in a situation. We start putting them in a position where now we're doing something that has some merit. We're doing something that takes us to another level. We command respect. People will start paying attention, and things will change. And that's how you change things in America. And no offense to anybody, because I love my people and everything and all the struggles that they've done, etc. However, when we were walking around with picket signs and we were picketing stores and beaches and restaurants and things of that nature, it was another group of people who were literally figuring out how to buy the stores, how to buy the restaurants, how to buy the beaches. So that's what we're here today. We're here to teach you how to buy some things, how to put yourself in a position, you and your family, you and your community, to make some changes. I was taught that, and I'm sure you will agree with me here, he who educates your child has a lot of influence over if your child will be successful and how successful they'll be. So for me, I'm like, okay, it's time for us to start educating ourselves. So I have some information, my team and myself, and we're willing to share with you. And that's what it's really all about here. Champion of small business owners. Well, I kind of spoke a little bit about that, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about creating wealth for ourselves. It's all about having a face that we can say, yes, this is who we are. This is what we did. This is how we're helping the community. See, I need you to be successful, because one day, guess what? I have 2 children. And maybe one day after they leave the entrepreneur world, they might want a job. And it would be really great if you could employ them, right? And for those of you who become millionaires, or you're in a position to create that income, and you understand how to get money to start making money for you, now you can help, and you can help a lot of other people. And that's really what it's all about. It's about community. It's about coming together. It's about doing some big things. And you know what my big why is? I kind of just went into it, but my big why is to get other people as a community to go to the next level, so that we can be the ones to rescue each other. Do you really think the government is going to take care of us? Do you really think that Social Security is going to be around when you're 65 years old? Do you really think that there's a plan for your financial future? How's that working out? Ask yourself a question. You know, when I poll the room, when I travel, when I ask the question, how many people here work a job and been working for more than 5 years? Hands go up. How many more than 10 years? Hands go up. More than 15 years? Hands go up. And then I asked the question. I said, now, this is kind of personal, so, you know, people don't really want to let you know their financial income, right? But if there's anyone willing to stand, or I'm not going to say that, but when we ask the question, let me see, how do we put it, who's financially independent today because they work their job, most people kind of laugh and go, yeah, right. You know, and at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if that's not working for you, well, is that the same strategy that you're going to teach your children? I mean, seriously, is that the same strategy? So again, it's about doing something different. It's about getting some different information. It's about being in a position to hear another way, a different way. I'm not going to say it's a better way. I'm not going to say it's the only way. I'm just saying it's a different way. Financial freedom. Now here we go. I'm going to ask you 5 key questions to understanding why. Well, no, I'm going to tell you. I'm not asking you. I'm going to tell you. You know, these are key questions to why credit matters. Credit matters because in America, you don't need money. I mean, wait. Don't. Let me say it a different kind of way here. Credit literally can be created. If you have credit, you can go, I can teach you real estate, not me and my team. It's not about me. We can teach you different things about real estate. We can sit you down with bankers and we can get you SBA loans. We can get you government contracts. You don't have to have a great credit for that, but it helps because a lot of times when you get these great government contracts that are worth millions, where there's money set aside for people who look like you and I that a lot of us don't even know exist. This is just a little caveat here. A lot of times you need some front money to be able to do the work of the contract so that you can get paid, later on down the road. A lot of times I've said with people because their credit wasn't good, they couldn't even take advantage of an opportunity where there was millions left on the table and they had to walk away from the table. They had to walk away. And then eventually they come back full circle and we get them together and life is good. So that's just a little caveat there, just a little glimpse of the type of stuff that we do inside of the Millionaire's Matrix, just some of the things that we do. And when I ask the question, what's wrong with this credit picture? Well, for what I understand to be true, and if you agree with me, just kind of nod your head there, or give me a like or share something in the internet world. But at the end of the day, how many people, when they went to college, because education is a wonderful thing. Some people misunderstand when I give my presentations and I talk about being educated. It's like, I just don't want you to be educated to go get a job and create wealth for someone else. I want you to take your education to help someone around you, and then ultimately yourself, to take your life to the next level, because that's really what it's all about. But how many people, when they go to college, or even when you're young, 18, 19, 20, 21, you get these things called credit cards? How many of us have done that, And then you have all of these great intentions, correct? And then at the end of the day, you end up with what? You kind of mess up your credit, because at some point you have all of these great intentions, but you don't really have the income to take care of the credit that you've used, right? So here starts the dance. And the dance is, I got my credit's messed up, but I need somewhere to live. So I'm gonna go get a job. And now the only thing I can really rely on is a job for an income, because if I could have used my credit to do some creative things like real estate and some other things that we talk about, and kind of heard me talk about a little bit earlier, I can't use my credit. So for us, a lot of times we don't even think about credit. It's not even it's not anywhere in our wheelhouse. It's just really not. For myself personally, at times in my life when life was really good and I was making a lot of money, and I never thought I wouldn't be in a space of making a lot of money, I didn't even think about my credit. Nobody even said to me, hey, get your credit together. Instead of using your money for some of your projects, let's leverage your credit and let's start to do things a little bit differently. Well, that's the conversation that we have with people who come inside the Millionaire's Matrix. We get them thinking about a lot of information that's not mainstream America information. It's not. But a lot of other people who come over here, they actually get to take full advantage of all that information, because they're taught to look for opportunity. And there's a lot of opportunity right here. And in America, there's no reason for anybody not to be okay financially. Nobody. I don't care your color, your creed, your nationality. I don't care if you got a record. It doesn't even matter, because there's a lot of opportunity right here. Let me take a break, because I know a lot of us are saying, how can you get above water? How can I get to the next level? Can I take a break? Yeah, okay, how can I get to the next level? Well, at the end of the day, I can get to the next level by doing something just a little bit different. I can get to the next level by partnering up with people who are a little bit smarter than me, and that's really what it's all about. Hold on, let me take a drink of water. All right, now, just hold on with me here, because it's a lot of different types of debt. You have good debt, you have bad debt, and at the end of the day, we want to teach you how to put yourself in a position so that the debt that you create is debt that works for you. Because right now, a lot of debt that we have is actually working for somebody else. Like, for example, compounding interest. How many of us even think about compounding interest? How many of us even know how powerful compounding interest is? Do they teach the concepts of compounding interest in school, high school, college, universities, when you're getting your doctorate? Most times, no. But I'm going to tell you this. You got two aspects of compounding interest, and these are the two choices when it comes to this conversation about compounding interest. Most of us are either paying it or we're collecting it. Most of us, like if you have a property and it's not paid for, etc., guess what? Somebody else is collecting the compounding interest. And what happens is that when you start understanding the dynamics of money, the rules of money, the universal laws of money, then you're able to put yourself in a position where you now watch the money. Like the movie Cuban Jr., Gooden Jr. says, show me the money. I'm here to show you the money. And that's how we show you the money. It's called compounding interest. And we get real, real excited. I got some people in the audience here. I got some, they jumping up and down, because guess what? They now have compounding interest happening in their life, and they're seeing their money grow every single month. You know, some real good stuff here, some real good stuff. At the end of the day, seriously, will you commit to budgeting and saving? Now, you know what? For a lot of us, We want to commit to budgeting. We want to commit to saving, but we don't have enough. It's like we're barely making it. So, it's a great concept. It's a great concept. I'm not going to wait. It's like I think I have a slide speaking to this other arena, so I'm not going to bring it up now. But for a lot of us, and let me tell you what's a little unique about the Millionaire's Matrix. What's a little unique about the Millionaire's Matrix is that when we talk to you about investing and we talk to you about doing things a little bit differently, a lot of people are going, oh, well, yeah, I'm barely getting by now. I would love to invest a few more dollars. I don't have it. We show you how to create money based on resources that you don't even know that you have. You are the money. You might not understand that. You might not understand that right now, but as I go through this presentation, I'm going to make sure that you're real clear on our intentions. I'm going to make sure that you're real clear that you are the money, you have the money, you can become financially okay. All you need is a team to help you to understand different creative dynamics. That's all you need, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And a lot of times we ask the question, what's holding you back? What's holding you back from making some of those great big purchases, your dream purchases? Well, a lot of it is that, like I just said earlier, you don't realize, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And when you don't, like somebody said, what you don't know can't hurt you, that's absolutely not correct. That's a falsehood. Never say that again. Because in reality, what you don't know can hurt you. And it does hurt you. Because if you don't have everything that you want in life right now, and you live right here in America, what you don't know is definitely hurting you. Are you ready to save? But you have no extra money to save? Well, guys, I just covered that, right? Because a lot of us, we want to save, and we just don't have it. We can show you how to get it. That part is easy. That's the easy part. That is the easy part. Seriously, that is the easy part. And when you start learning these dynamics, you're gonna be like, man, I've been bamboozled. Like seriously, because that's you have no idea. And I just get really excited because for me, I get excited for those of you who can feel me. I get excited for those of you who say, you know what? I'm not sure what this Millionaire Matrix thing is. I'm not really clear, but some of the concepts and some of the things that she's saying, it kind of resonates with my soul. I know it's some different stuff out here. I know that there's a way to do some things a little bit differently. I'm sure there are. So at the end of the day, I know the question you're asking yourself, can I afford it? Can I really afford this? My question to you is, can you not afford it? Because at the end of the day, what is it costing you right now? Is it costing your time? Is it costing your freedom? Is it costing you the ability to do the things that you want to do in life? Is it costing you that significant other that you're looking for? I promise you, you can afford it. And this is the thing. Wealthy people, average, how do they say? They say poor people and average-minded people, they think like, I don't think I can afford it. The people who really want and understand the whole wealth mindset, you can have a wealthy mindset. It's not about what's in your pockets, it's about what's in your heart and your mind. They're going to say, I'm going to figure out a way to get it, period. No matter what I have to do, no matter what, I'm going to figure out a way. Most people who have success stories, they have a success story because they became committed to a process. And once they made the commitment, and we've all heard this, the universe will bow down and will open the way for you. All you have to do is make the mental adjustment. That's it. And then, of course, I love how would your life look if? And for me, I like to change instead of saying if. How would your life look when? When you are in a position to take advantage of everything that you ever wanted to take advantage of. When you are in a position to live in that home that you want to live in. When you're in a position to drive the car that you want to drive instead of the car that you could afford because somebody else is signing your paycheck. What would life look like for you when someone comes to you and they need your help and you really, really, really want to help them, but you can't? As much as you want to help them, you can't help them because you can barely help yourself. What would that be like? We just want you to know that anything is possible. Anything is possible. It's almost like coming inside the Millionaire's Matrix. It's almost like you get to rub a genie, a magic genie. Because not only do we talk about wealth strategies and we talk a lot about personal development strategies. We talk a lot about universal laws. We talk a lot about monetary laws. We talk about information that you should know, but you don't know. So again, there's information that you don't know that is hurting you. I can't see that. I can't. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to look at my slide here. I'm a little lost. Just give me a second. Oh, okay. All right, guys. What would your life look like if you had more money? Okay, I kind of already covered that. But at the end of the day, just ask yourself that question, because it's possible. Any and everything that you want is possible, right here inside the Millionaire's Matrix. Period.
So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit. He should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he's like, this guy crazy. Adrian, like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. He came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This God is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she didn't eat. Because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you will never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. Because I got it in here.
That video is so inspiring. It's about success, and that's exactly what the Millionaire's Matrix is all about. It's all about putting you in a position to be successful. But the question is, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to come all the way in and take your life to the next level? Now, you've heard a lot of the presentation, but let me give you something. I want you to know that I have a free gift for you. I have a gift that I want to share with you, and all I need you to do is I need you to text the word wealth to 216-456, I'm sorry, 216-456-6144. 216-456, no, 450, you know, I don't have my glasses, guys, forgive me. Forgive me, it's 216-45, that's why we get a little older. 216-450-6144. Just text the word wealth. Allow me to give you something powerful. Just text the word wealth. That's all you got to do for me right now. Now, I've talked a little bit about, I want to give you some 5 strategies to identify how we can help you to restore and secure your financial future. The money in the jar theory, guys, I don't know about you, but I've been doing that for years. And before I got access to this information, that didn't help. That did not help. Creating a budget, I talked about that a little bit ago. Many of us want to do that. We just don't have enough. So it's a matter of doing something a little bit different and make sure. Create. So again, stop wishing. Stop wishing and dreaming and talking about it and start being about it. Saving your money for investments. It's really more about understanding the investments. This is what it's really more about, understanding how to invest in a safe environment. Do you know that there's actually investment strategies that you can receive a double-digit return every single month? And I know some of you are going to go, yeah, right. That guy tried that, he's in jail. Bernie Madoff, I promise you, there are strategies like that. I have my own money inside of it. I have family and friends and associates and team members who are inside of safe strategies like that. When you come inside the matrix, that's the type of stuff you're going to learn. And it's vetted, it's your money, it's your account. You're not handing it to me or anybody on my team. It is in your name, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, you just got to come be a part of it. You'll get more information. Seriously. Using your credit to generate more wealth, that's one of the biggest caveats that a lot of us, we don't really know much about, and we don't use that strategy because a lot of us are scared to use our credit for stuff because we don't really know. They're not teaching that strategy in school. You know, but wealth is your birthright. This is not up for debate. It's your birthright. Find a millionaire mentor. That's what we have inside of the Millionaire's Matrix. We have mentors. We have people who can help get you to the other side with no absolute. You know, get rid of that poverty mindset. A lot of us have a scarcity mindset, and that's what keeps us exactly where you are, because whatever it is that you have right now, you've attracted it and you've created it. You are a creative being. And you can become a millionaire. And like I said earlier, there's more than one way to get to that space. And today you're a pebble, tomorrow you are a mountain. I mean, we all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. You know, and when you're able to leverage your credit, inside you can follow the Millionaire's Matrix guide to generating wealth for not only you, yourself, your family, your community. It's time for us to leave a legacy. George Fraser said this. A lot of people around me were guilty of this, but today we're learning something different. Understand that a job does not build wealth. I asked that question. I talked a little bit about it before. So at the end of the day, that ain't working for most people. Just over broke is the journey on the way to brokenness. Those are some of the acronyms that people have, you know, come up with. And guess what? For a lot of us, that's exactly what it was when we had a job. But do what you got to do until you can do something better, right? Because I get it. I totally get it. And this is a big one. You know what? Your net worth, it does equal your net worth. Look at your 5 friends. I'm going to show you your income. Wealthy people hang with wealthy people, not because of the bank account, more so because of the mindset. Because when you have a wealthy mindset, if you lose it all, you got people around you who are going to help you figure out another way to get it right back again. But with some of the strategies that we teach, life, it becomes a whole nother way of life. Learn how to successfully invest your money. I kind of went through this. I want to get to the other stuff because we have a special invitation just for you. This presentation was put together just for you. Introducing 7 figures wealth system, period. And inside of the 7 figures wealth system, we have everything that you need. And then we know you're asking the question, will this work? Or will this work for me? And we're saying to you, absolutely, of course it is. Of course it will. That's not even up for debate. We just want you to join the winning team. Because over here, we are a winning team. It's no debate, no excuses, no apologies, no exceptions. Inside the Millionaire's Matrix, inside of the Millionaire's Matrix program, go here, get it. You get everything. We have CDs, we have videos, we have a strategic game plan, we have everything that you ever need to be successful. Is there investment? Of course there's an investment. There's always an investment, but the biggest investment that's here is investment that you make in yourself. You have to want it. You know, what are you going to get? Well, you're going to get some great things. You're going to get the program that's inclusive of the workbooks and the videos. And at the end of the day, it's all about wealth building strategies. It's all about the system. It's all about having a system. Systems save yourself time, energy, and money. Most of us don't have systems designed to put us in the position of becoming a millionaire. Now, the rules of the financial engagement are real clear. Money and income, it equals wealth. This is module 2. Module 3, tax strategies and investments. This is really powerful because, believe it or not, the only people who pay taxes are those of us who don't really even know any better. Do you know that there's some tax strategies that you can actually get money back every single month, no matter how big or how small your corporation is? It's some real powerful stuff, guys. Creating a financial portfolio, this again is going to be, it's going to be contingent on you. This is module 4. This is all about what speaks to your soul with the information that we're sharing with you. Bettering your credit worthiness. This is the money right here. This is module 5. This right here, this if you do nothing else, if you understand nothing else inside of this material, this is the money. Seriously. This alone can get you to millionaire status. Module 6 is leveraging your credit for financial gain in the business world. And there's a lot of different ways to leverage your credit, personal and business. And that's it's all about the business. It's all about the Benjamin. It's all about taking it to a whole nother level. And I talked a little about investments and compounding interest. I told you this is module 7. I told you I had some family members here with me jumping up and down, excited because they really understand. They're understanding more about what that really means and what that really looks like. So at the end of the day, all income is not equal. We know that at the end of the day, module 9 is how to fully fund your own retirement plan. You don't want somebody else like trying to make sure that you're okay financially. We want to make sure that you understand that you're going to be okay financially. So one of the big things that happened when there was a big bust and everything went wrong with these banks and a lot of people lost all their money at the 401k, this gentleman on CNN, I forgot his name, he said it was everybody's own fault. It wasn't the company fault that lost their money. He said it was the people fault that trusted the company to invest their 401k. How about that? And he was absolutely right. So we get into a lot of very creative strategies. So module 10 is how to create a family incentive learning system. This right here is again the money. It's all about the family. It's all about making sure that you can leave a legacy. It's module 10. Guys, here you have the program. And the cost of this program is only $4,997. That's it. $5,000. $5,000 to change your life, to take you to a whole nother level. $5,000. Now, if you've been working any amount of time, you should have $5,000, right? But wait. We understand, we overstand that a lot of us are struggling. We understand that a lot of us, we've been working, and we might not have that savings account that we really want. So we wanted to make sure that we did something really special for those of you that are on this webinar today, because we understand that once you come inside the Millionaire's Matrix, you're going to be able to take your life to a whole nother level, and that's what we want for our community. That's what we want for you. And on top of that, before I give you the greater part of that price point, we got some fast action bonuses for you. If you act right now, you're going to get the one day where you get to leverage your credit into wealth. You're going to get that boot camp. And that is a very powerful boot camp. The value of that is $19.97. The value of that is $9.97. $9.97 is actually a lot more, but okay, it's $9.97. So at the end of the day, that alone, that's a bonus. That I can't even explain to you how that changed my life. Seriously, the credit renovation, restructuring, resurface program is $506. Again, changed my life. Change your credit, change your life. Seriously, this is only for the first 10 people. We can only do this for the first 10 people because this is a customized program. Like we said, we want to work with you one-on-one. We're going to get you to where you want to be. We're going to put you in front of people who are in a position to help you to take your life to the next level, period. We're going to do that for you. And I'm very excited for you. So I get so excited because at the end of the day, I've been here, done that. You're going to get some private one-on-one coaching session. Now, this right here is how we figure out the money. This is how we understand what you don't know and how it's hurting you. And we're going to show you how to make sure that to put your life on track, your financial goals on track, period. Now, and again, here's what you get. Because at the end of the day, this is our summary. This is the summary right here, right now. At the end of the day, I kind of went over everything. So this is what you get is the Millionaire's Matrix. You get the You get the matrix system, the Millionaire's Matrix system. You get it's valued at $4,997. You get the Millionaire's Matrix Mastery Boot Camp, which is valued at $997. You get the Credit Renovation, Restructuring, and Refinance Program, which is $506. And you get the Private Coaching Session, which is valued at $497 for a total value of $6,997. Now, this is what you get when this is your fast action bonus. This is for the first 10 people who come, who are ready right now. This is for them. You have the special offer, drum roll please, $997 for the first 10 people. All you have to do is go over to www.millionairesmatrixprogram.com. Go there now for this special offer of $997. This is for the first 10 people. Again, www.millionairesmatrixprogram.com. That's it. And we're looking for you. Now, we always say that you can do this the hard way or you can do this the easy way. You can keep doing what you've been doing, or you can try something a little bit different. Or you can try something a little bit different. Go over to the millionairesmatrixprogram.com. The value is $997. Now, I want to give you my final thoughts here. Because at the end of the day, this is all about you. This ain't about me. But I really want to share with you a couple of things that let me know that I'm walking in my purpose. That let me know that for me, that this is where I want to be. This is what I enjoy. This is taking my life to a whole nother level. I have a family member who works with me now. And as a result of coming inside of the Millionaire's Matrix, was able to walk away from corporate America. And she didn't walk away, they actually pushed her away and told her she was on disability and gave her a check and everything was good and she was okay financially. She bought her house and had some really good things going on, and all of a sudden they decided, you know what, you can actually work again. We think, you've got a degree, you can actually work again. And they cut the check, right? And she was like, oh my God, well, what am I gonna do? Well, thankfully she owned her home, because had she not owned her home, she'd been in a really bad place. But what happened was she got on board and she got her credit together. Now we have her positioned to become a millionaire within the next 3 to 5 years. Right now she has her money working for her because she learned how to leverage her credit. I don't know your story. Your story might be like her story, because her story was like my story. Working in corporate America, doing okay, doing all the great things, right, this, that, and the other. And at some point, somebody decided, no more. You're not good enough, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever the story was, at the end of the day, it wasn't working anymore. She couldn't pay her bills, and she had a lot of challenges. But thank God, she had some other things saved up. However, when the going got tough, she came inside the Millionaire's Matrix. Today, she told me the other day, I'm so grateful I can pay my bills. I'm so grateful that now I can stay home with my son. I'm so grateful that now the community that I want to live in, I can now move to that community, because that is where I want to raise my child, and where I want him to go to school, and where I want him to grow up. And guess what? That's because she finally got it. She took a chance, and she was totally uncomfortable. Oh my God, she was totally uncomfortable. I have a couple of stories like that. I just want to share one more with you. Another young lady just came into the Millionaire's Matrix, and because of confidentiality, I can't really tell people names, but at some point they can tell their own stories, right? I just want to share with you another young lady. Called the other day, she came in, she got the one-on-one coaching, we did some coaching, we started talking. She's losing her house, she's in foreclosure today. She's on the phone crying, she's telling me all these phenomenal things that have gone in her house, and the families and the love and etc., but she's losing her home. She lives in New York. Anybody know New York, the cost of living is really high in New York, right? So at the end of the day, she's losing her home, foreclosure. We talked, we put some strategies together. As I talked to her and I asked her questions, I figured out that she owns a family home that someone left an inheritance to. By the time we got done with her, we have a strategy on the table that's going through right now, where she's closing in the next couple of days. She's actually going to have $40,000 to put into some investment strategies that she's very comfortable with, that she's had some financial advisors kind of look over some of the stuff that we're sharing with her, and she's okay with it. And guess what? She's creating an income for herself just based on that conversation. So at the end of the day, we have stories like this. Our position and our goal is to put you in a position so that you can have this story, so that you understand that one of the dynamics, and I didn't say this earlier, I am affectionately known as the queen of the Double Digit Comma Club, and that's, I don't have time to get into that story right now, but the short of it is, we like to put people in a position where they can make at least $10,000 a month, because you got to start somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere. So at the end of the day, when I can get a person to a position where they're making $3,000 a month, and then $5,000 a month, and then $7,000 a month, and then $10,000 a month, and then at some point, ultimately, $100,000 or more a month, that's when you reach millionaire status. Our goal and another mantra that we have is $3K a day, because that's exactly what it takes to become a millionaire. So with that, I just want you to know, that's what we're about here at the Millionaires Measures. We're all about life, and we're all about love. We're all about integrity. We're all about spirituality. We're all about helping you to take your life to the next level, because at the end of the day, the only person stopping you is you. The only reason that you're probably not there now is because you just didn't have the information. You didn't have the roadmaps. You didn't have the success stories. You didn't have the success strategies to motivate you, to keep you motivated, to keep you on task. That is what we're here for. That is what the Millionaires Matrix Club is. Platform, club, wealth development, personal development. That's what we're all about. It's all about you. So I really want to thank you so much for allowing me to share our vision with you, for allowing me to share our mission with you. And remember, the mission is to get you to millionaire status. Period, point blank. And again, that is absolutely with no apologies, no excuses, and no exceptions. So again, my name is Khadijah Chapman. And if I didn't say it before, that does mean the name Khadijah means one who brings wealth to a nation. And that is exactly what I subscribe to do. I really want to thank you so much for your time. And I want you to understand that you're part of a movement. I want you to understand that you're part of a mission. So seeing this information again today, I don't know if it's your first time, I don't know if it's your second time, I don't know if it's your third time, but my prayer for you is that you move into action and that you allow us to help you so that we can rule the world, so that we can help our community, so that we can take back what's rightfully ours. Thank you so much. Have a good day, have a good night, and mostly have a good life. Welcome everyone. I'm so excited that you're joining us here today on this webinar. We have a full packed menu for you. We have so much we want to share with you. We want to get you some water, grab you some paper and pencil. I need you taking notes. I need you to close every browser on your computer. I need your full undivided attention. What we have to share with you is life-changing. We know that you're here because somebody cared enough about you to share this information. We know that you're here because you understand that this is a movement. We know that you're here because you understand that we're on a mission to create millionaires, and we're ready to get started. So before we get started, I need you to share this information, share the live feed. I need you to let somebody know that we're on live, tweet a friend, Facebook a friend, Instagram someone. Let's go. Come share the information with everyone that you know you love and you care about. You here, don't be selfish. At the end of the day, we're here to talk about how to shatter the 7-figure barrier. We're here to talk about how to leverage your credit to get you to millionaire status. We're here to talk about a lot of things that are not discussed because a lot of us, we don't know what we don't know. My name is Khadijah Chapman, and before I get into my story, because I'm going to go there in a little bit, I just really want you to know that we're here tonight because our ultimate goal is take you all the way from A to Z of every step of everything that you need to know, everything that you need to do to shatter the 7-figure barrier. A lot of people think that it takes a lot to become a millionaire, but I'm here to tell you all it really takes is for you to understand simple strategies, how to be strategic in your thinking, how to be creative in your thinking. When you get this part right, the rest is very easy. It's very simple. Who is this presentation for? This presentation is for people who look like me. This presentation is for the single mother, also the single father. It's for people who care and they want something different in their life. It's for people who are fed up. It's for people who understand, or they're trying to understand, hey, I did everything that I was asked to do. I went to school, I got the degrees, I got the job, but they're still struggling. That's who this presentation is for. It's for the person who said, I want to do something a little bit different. I know there's something more for me in life. I know that there's something else out there. All I need is a game plan. All I need is someone to take me and show me. And once I have those strategies, I can win. That is exactly what we're here to do today. We're here to take you to another level. We're here to share with you how to create the life that you ultimately want to have. That is our entire goal here. We know a lot of you are frustrated. See, I understand. I feel you. I was there. I was that girl, that woman who was out to conquer the world. And everything that I did and everything that I tried, I kept getting shut down. It just wasn't really working. I knew that there was a better way. I knew there was a better way. And fortunately for me, there were some people who came into my life. There were some people who mentored me. There were some people who grabbed me by the hand and said, excuse me, young lady, hey, try this over here. Everything else that you've been trying, it wasn't really quite working. And when this happened for me, I was a little bit uncomfortable at first. It was a little scary at first. So I'm going to ask you today to trust me a little bit, to step outside and to go with me and flow with me and just stay through this presentation because we got some powerful things that we want to share with you. But the ultimate goal is to get you to millionaire status. That is my intention here. That is our intention here. See, this is a collective effort. It's not just me. It's not just me. I just want to be real clear. It's not about me. This is not about me. This presentation is for you. This presentation is to show you what's possible once you understand strategically what you need to do. How many people have been terminated from a job? And honestly, a lot of times it's not your fault. It could just be something as simple as your employer did not like you, or there was cause of fear that you may actually take their job. I mean, really, anybody had that story? I know I've had it. I was one of those people who, when I went to work, when I showed up and I showed out. When I went to work, I made sure that I did everything that they asked me to do. I made sure that I was the first one in and the last one out. Guess what? My efforts were never appreciated. At some point, I read this book. I don't know how many of you guys are avid readers, but readers are leaders, right? I read this book called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich changed my life. It didn't say work and grow rich. It was Think and Grow Rich. It taught me to start thinking creatively. It taught me to start thinking outside of the box. There's people who said to me, Khadijah, you don't just think outside of the box, you shattered the box. You redesigned the box. That's what it's about here. It's about me helping you to take your life to another level where you literally shattered the box. That book started me on a journey to create wealth for me, myself, and my family. But it didn't go without a lot of challenges, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you all the way there. At the end of the day, I can't read the slide. How many of us have been in a position where we have more bills at the end of the month? No, I have, right? And that's a challenge. That's a challenge that a lot of us who are here in America today, you know, well, let me put it to you like this. At some point, I tried to figure out who thought of going to work for 40 hours, 5 days a week, for 40 years, and then at some point you're going to get 40% of the income that you struggle to live off 100% of. I couldn't quite understand that concept. However, at some point for me and my team and for people around me, we started figuring and doing and different things in different ways, and we're going to share some of those creative concepts with you. It's real simple. It's real basic. At the end of the day, one thing that we know that people do sometimes because, okay, they want more in life and they're dreaming big, and they go and they play this lottery ticket, right? They'll spend that dollar. It might be the last dollar. It may be $5. It might be $20. It doesn't matter. But the point is the same. They want something more. They're dreaming big. They're dreaming bigger than what they have. How many people do we know that play the lottery? Most of us know a lot of people play the lottery. How many of us can say that we actually know someone who actually won the lottery? Very, 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 very few of us. So the chances of you becoming a millionaire by playing the lottery are very, very, it's very, very slim to none, right? However, coming inside the millionaire's matrix, we have an absolute, positive, no excuses, no apologies. We have a foolproof system that gets you to millionaire status in 3 to 5 years. So when you join the millionaire's matrix, I just really want you to know that you're part of a movement. You're part of a mission to create millionaires. Once you come here, it's an absolute. 5%, you have a 5% chance of becoming a millionaire by being an entrepreneur. Now I'm gonna tell you what's real interesting about this. It's about scarce tactics. It's about us really not understanding the dynamics of what's perpetrated to us as American citizens. And when I say that, I'm saying it like this. If you have a business and you will be successful, it's all about risk versus reward. So what happens for us, especially for those of us, or most of us in America, is that we're taught to create wealth for other people. We're given dots to draw, but what happens is those dots are connecting wealth for other families. And so for me and for people on my team and for people who are around me, it's about connecting the dots for our families, for us to be in a position to now leave a legacy for our children, because the information is there. And it's all public knowledge. It's all public knowledge. It's just not promoted. That's the key. People come from all over the world to America. They come here because it is what? The land of what? What is it known for? The land of opportunity. The American dream. We hear that, right? But for a lot of us, we're inside of what? The American nightmare. Why? Because we haven't been given the tools and the strategies to create wealth for ourselves. That is exactly what we're going to be identifying today, and you will see rather shortly here. It's not really as simple as it is simple. It's not really as complicated as a lot of us are led to believe. Now I ask you the question, are you ready for a new lease on life? See, this is what happened to me. At some point in my career, at some point through all of my challenges, I realized there was a lot of hype out here. I realized there was a lot of things that were being promoted that basically was no better than working a job. And I'm not here to beat up on any industry or anything like that. I promise you I'm not. but I'm here to make a few points. And if you feel me, you feel me, because, you know, this presentation is not for everybody. This presentation is for people who get it. This presentation is for people who are saying, you know what, I feel her. And if you feel me, all you do is just you know, make a little mental note to yourself, I'm feeling her, because at the end of the day, there was a lot of things that was going on for me that I wasn't feeling. So instead of me complaining, instead of me just sitting around and talking about it to my friends and my business associates, some other business associates and I, we got together and we started putting together a plan. We started putting together a solution. We created the Millionaire's Matrix, which is a wealth-building financial plan designed to create millionaires. Our motto is that once you enter, there's no way out except through wealth. So at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you a question. How many of us know of a club, of a platform, of anything, even a business enterprise that says, my whole goal is to promote you to millionaire status, period. Now, one thing about the Millionaire's Matrix is that we want to make sure that it's really clear and it's understood. It's not a business venture. Literally, you can keep doing whatever it is that you're already doing, and this is just a component to add to what you're already doing, to put you in a position, to give you the steps that you need to become a millionaire, and it is no cookie cutter system. This is not, it's customized to you. Everything that we do inside the Millionaire's Matrix is customized to you. Your likes, your needs, your wants, your desires. We hear you. We do a consultation with you. We teach you how to leverage your credit so that you can become, we teach you how to leverage your credit into wealth so that you can become a millionaire and beyond. Now, some people don't want to become a millionaire. Some people just want to become financially independent. Some people just want to not have to rely on somebody else signing their paycheck so that they can live, so that they can eat, so that they can breathe, so that when they walk in, that people have respect for them because they can pay their own bills and they can pay their own way. The Millionaire's Matrix is a totally different platform designed to create millionaires. And the reason I keep saying that is because to you. Everything that we do inside the Millionaire's Matrix is customized to you. Your likes, your needs, your wants, your desires. We hear you. We do a consultation with you. We teach you how to leverage your credit so that you can become, teach you how to leverage your credit into wealth so that you can become a millionaire and beyond. Now, some people don't want to become a millionaire. Some people just want to become financially independent. Some people just want to not have to rely on somebody else signing their paycheck so that they can live, so that they can eat, so that they can breathe, so that when they walk in, that people have respect for them because they can pay their own bills and they can pay their own way. The Millionaire's Matrix is a totally different platform designed to create millionaires. And the reason I keep saying that is because it's something a little bit different. You're going to see how different we are as I move through this presentation, because we wanted to make sure that not only did we put something together that made sense, we wanted to make sure that it was something that would cause, or that it was put together in a way where people didn't have to fear joining a platform, joining the movement. There's absolutely no fear of loss or risk when you join our team. How many of us have been in a situation where, you know, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul? I know you guys have been there. We've all been there. That's unfortunately, that's status quo pro for a lot of people. We have a solution for that. Honestly, we have a solution for that. Unfulfilled dreams, yes. How many of us are sitting somewhere every day, going to work for somebody else? We're not getting the money that we want. We're not getting appreciation that we desire. How many of us have been on that journey or are on that journey right now? I feel you. I understand. I was there. Unfulfilled dreams. I'm going to tell you right now, today, you have no more excuses, because after hearing this presentation, after going through this journey with me right here today on this webinar, there's more than one way to become a millionaire, and that's what's unique. Like I said a little earlier, this is a customizable situation. This is a situation designed to put you in position to live the life of your dreams. And I really want to share this little story with you real quick. A few years ago, I was in a situation where my life was turned upside down. I was in a situation where I life just really got in the way. And I found myself trying to figure out, like, how did this happen? How did this happen? So in the midst of that, I had some mentors around me. And the reason I'm sharing this story, because I want to show you how powerful it is to have people around you who can help pull you up when you're at your lowest. Because a lot of us, when we're at our lowest, we got people who just want to kind of have that conversation with us. And they just like, you're like, oh, I feel bad. They're like, oh, I feel bad too. And then you go into the, this is worse. Or, well, I got a story worse than that. Well, for me, that wasn't my story in that moment. In that moment, I had someone who called me up and said, I need you to listen to this call. And just to digress for a second, every morning I'm a part of another group called the Billionaire Mastermind Forum. And I like to give credit where credit is due, because if it wasn't for that group, I wouldn't even be standing before you today. They really helped to mentor me a whole nother kind of way. And they brought a lot of speakers and coaches and people, and they put them in my path. And I even stand here today as a result of that. But there was this one particular speaker, and they asked me to get on the phone, right, at 8 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of people who know me know I'm a late night. I work all night. Whatever. I don't wake up necessarily that early, but I got up to listen to this particular speaker. And the words she said were so powerful. Oh my God, they were so powerful. She asked a question. She said, are you willing to do something today so that a year from today, your life is totally unrecognizable? That's the question she asked. When she asked me that question, I had just lost a very important business partner and given me access to information that could totally change my life. So today, I'm here to stand before you to say, are you willing to do something today that's a little bit different so that a year from today, 2 years from today, 3 years from today, your life is totally unrecognizable? Taking you by the hand saying, my ultimate goal, my only intention is to get you to millionaire status. How many of us have that conversation? How many of us have people around us who that is the reality? Not fluff, not hype, but the reality. I don't know about you, but that wasn't my story. That wasn't my story. I wish it was my story. A lot of the information I'm going to share with you today, you're going to find that it's simple at best. It's strategic, though. It's creative. And unfortunately, a lot of us, most of what we're taught is to go to school and to get a job. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to school and getting a job. There's nothing wrong with that. It only becomes a challenge when your dreams and your goals and the things that you want to do, they outgrow your income and you don't really have another way. And you don't really have too many other choices except getting another job, because it's pretty much the only thing that's been indoctrinated into your psyche. And on another front, subliminally, we attract what you can't grow beyond your business. You can't grow beyond your knowledge. Someone who's never been to a millionaire status, they can't take you to millionaire status. And a lot of us, we're running around with people and they say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. When you come inside the Millionaire's Matrix, you're mentored by millionaires and billionaires and financial advisors. And we have a whole team of people who can take you to a whole nother level. The first thing you have to be willing to do is to take the first few steps to a new financial enterprise, to having new financial dreams, to going to another place where no man has ever taken you before, right? Hear me roar is what is, it's almost like let go, let God, let's go, come on, do something different. We've tried all this other stuff. This is a membership. It's a membership portal. It's a platform. It's something a little bit different, but it can enhance everything that you're doing right now because it gives you something else. It gives you the freedom, and then we ask the question is, why does obtaining financial security matters? Ask yourself that question. In America, you need money to just be. It dictates a lot of things in your life, and it's a tool. Now, let's be real clear. Money is a tool. With it, you can do more. It helps to magnify who you are. You have big goals, you have big dreams.
And you might want to explore some of those things on your own, but I certainly would be willing to work with you and help you to deeply explore what's going on with your sleep patterns, which will make an enormous difference.
Hello everyone, my name is Toni Moore. I'm an author, speaker, and also a legal coach based out of Philadelphia. The name of my company is called Diva Moment Incorporated. It's a company that educates, encourages, and empowers women to live their best life, no matter what. First, before I get started, I want to thank Jay Brown and Trevor Ott for sponsoring The Biggest Comeback. Because sometimes people need to be encouraged, and oftentimes we need to hear that someone has gone through what we went through, but they broke through. So today I would like to talk about 5 things to help you transform your comebacks to your breakthroughs. What I do know for sure is that many of us do not know who we are. Because if we knew who we are, then we would understand that there's really no such thing as a comeback. A comeback is something that someone goes to go back in hopes that they would get the same accolades and respect that they had received before. But what I do want to encourage you is that even when you fail, it's not for naught. Failures only get you a little bit closer to where you need to be. Failures are more like strife lessons and life lessons. One thing about failures is that it helps you appreciate what road you should have taken in the first place. But now you know. And when you know better, you do better. So one thing that I do know is that if you feel like you failed, stop being so hard on yourself. Because no one really gave you an opportunity to know who you are. From the beginning of your life, ever since you were born, most people never ask you, who are you? They never asked you to just be yourself. Instead, there were some preconceived notions about who you're supposed to be, not who you are. There's a huge distinction. What I do know for sure is that most people, whether it's your mom, your dad, it's caretakers, your grandparents, they had a dream that maybe they didn't have before. And when they saw you, they're like, this is going to be the doctor. This is going to be the preacher. This is going to be the teacher. This is going to be the person that is going to help all of us upgrade our lives. And if you turned out to be that person that was contrary to popular belief, then you was either ejected or dejected. Some of us got to a point where in our lives, our parents pretty much didn't care too much for us, as though we were their mistakes. And when you're treated as someone else's mistakes, then every mistake that you make is something that is callously not appreciated whatsoever. And if someone's always thinking of you as their mistake, then you start thinking of yourself as a mistake, and sometimes you get stuck in that situation. But I want to encourage you that you're neither your parents' mistakes or your own mistakes. You are who you are, but you have to believe who you are. So I want to just talk about the 5 steps to helping you to transform your comebacks to a breakthrough. The first thing that I know that you need to do is that you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that all things are possible through you and because of you. See, the beliefs of who you are manifest into what you become. You're not who you are because of your beliefs. You believe, and thus you are. So if you believe that you must make a comeback so everyone can appreciate you, then you will never be good enough for other people. If you believe that you need to make a comeback so that you can prove yourself worthy to a certain group of people, then you will never be who you are. If you feel as though you need to make a comeback so that you can just be on top of the world and you need to just show people and prove them wrong that there was something inside of you in the first place, then you will always fail. Because when you believe in yourself, it really doesn't matter what other people think of you. When you believe in yourself, even when you have a mistake, you say, okay, I made a mistake, but I learned. And when you learned, you do. And when you do, you pursue. So when you believe in yourself, you look at obstacles as opportunities. You look at pathways as new positions. You look at all of the things that come your way, not as something that's trying to tear you down, but it's a moment where you have to stand your ground. You got to stand as firm in knowing who you are. And when you truly know who you are, you know that you're not alone. You know that deep down on the inside that there is a God who created you, who believes in you as well. And when you know that you're not alone, then you also know that if he believes in you, that he's going to help you. He's going to guide you. He's going to protect you. So you need to know first and foremost that your beliefs matter. The words that you say to yourself matter. The thoughts that you think of yourself matter. So you need to believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are meant to be, that you are meant to succeed, that you're meant to achieve, and you are meant to receive better than you had ever received before. The next thing, number 2, that I want you to do is love yourself more than anybody in the world. You have to love yourself, because when you love yourself, then you're patient with yourself. And you won't beat yourself up. You won't get so frustrated when where you want to go is not getting closer than you expected. When you love yourself, you're kind to yourself. You have standards for yourself. You protect yourself. And not only that, but you forgive yourself. Because the forgiveness releases you from yesterday's pain. It releases you from yesterday's past. It releases you to allow you to be who you are, to push through. But you have to love yourself. You got to love yourself so much so that you know that you're meant to love other people. That you're meant to love and have an appreciation of this world. That you love yourself enough that you stop waiting and hoping for someone to give you commission for what God permitted. But you know deep down on the inside that you are your breakthrough. You are your release. You are the heroine. You are the hero of your destiny. And instead of waiting for other people, you love yourself enough to just release yourself to be you. The next thing that you need to understand is that you have to invest in your dreams. I make a long pause because most people are not taught to invest in themselves for their dreams. They invest in themselves to go to school. They might even get a tutor and invest in themselves to get good grades. They'll even go so much as investing in themselves to have a dream marriage, a ceremony. They'll invest in themselves to go on buyaman.com, findlove.com, startabusiness.com, but that's it. When you invest in yourself, you have to invest in yourself continually. You have to know that sometimes you need to invest money. Yes, your hard-earned money sometimes has to be spent on you. Not necessarily always on someone else's dream, someone else's brand, someone else's program. Sometimes you have to invest the little time that you have in you. You invest in yourself, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. I have people who says, Tony, I want to start a book. I want to start my book. I'm like, you have to invest time to get it started. You have to invest time to start a blueprint. You have to invest time to start an outline. You have to invest time so that you can at least start your first page. Because if you don't invest time in you, it will never happen. It will never manifest. You will only be a figment of your imagination. And you're meant more. You're meant for more than that. So if you have a dream in your heart, and in order to manifest that into reality, you're going to have to invest your money, your time, your blood, your sweat, your tears. You're going to have to invest even the stuff that you're still yet holding on to. I have people who want something more, but they don't want to invest time to create a budget. Instead, they want to keep receiving, and not giving in exchange. But you have to invest in learning the process. Because if you don't invest in learning the process, then the process will always defeat you. And it's not meant to defeat you. Really, the process is to help mold and shape you to appreciate that there's nothing new under the sun. Every single thing that you're going through, somebody else has already done it. The fourth thing that you need to understand is that you continually must seek to know more. You have to seek more than you've ever learned before. I heard one time someone says, leaders are learners. And that is so true. Because we only do what we know. And if the only thing that you know is that someone started a business and then they opened the business and then you don't understand what's happened throughout the process of it becoming from his dream to reality, then you will always get stuck and you will continually bench yourself. But you're the MVP of your destiny. And as the MVP, you need to seek to know your champion. You need to seek to know how you can win your own game. You need to seek to know what stage you're supposed to be in. You need to seek to know to understand. Because when you seek to know and then you understand, then you pursue more. You're not limited by your realities. You understand and appreciate that there's a certain process that you must go through. It's not enough to have a dream. It's not enough to just have a beginning story. Because having a dream and a beginning story, that's nothing. Every story has a beginning, it has a middle, and it has an end. And if you only think about the dream and the beginning story and the summation of that story, then you're only always going to be stuck on the BS, the beginning and the summation of the story. And when you get stuck and focused on the BS, then you never understand and appreciate that you must grow through what you go through. And in order to grow through, you have to go from point A to point B to point C and keep manifesting. The same ways there's 26 letters in the alphabet, there are so many different steps that you must take so that you can be who you are, the best version of yourself. So you must continually seek to know more. If it's something you want to be a writer, you need to seek to know how other writers became achievers. What did they do? What did they read? What programs did they go through? What was the process for them to get from their beginning to their summation? Because trust and believe, there's the middle. And what you do in the middle helps you to manifest a better destiny. So, even if you're a speaker, I know people, they want to be speakers. I want to be the greatest speaker in the world. But I also know that just being a lawyer does not make me, ensures that I'm going to be a successful speaker. I had to learn about messaging. I had to learn about positioning. I had to learn about speaking to the audience to know who they are. It's not just about me, just as life is just not about you. We are here for a reason, and you need to seek to know your reason. You need to seek to know your truth. You need to seek to know that what that gives you hope, peace, joy, happiness, that thing that gives you that shine, that thing that makes you want to just leap for joy, that thing that wants to make you wake up in the morning. Because if you're not happily waking up in the morning, then you haven't found that what. And that what is the reason for your being. And I challenge you to seek to know more of that what that inspires you, that motivates you. Because the worst thing in the world is for you to have a beginning and think that your summation manifests, because it doesn't. If it did, we would all be successful. If we had our dream houses just because we thought them into existence, we would all live in our dream houses. Instead, it becomes so very easy to just get stuck in our realities and our circumstances. I know people who got stuck in their realities and circumstances because they didn't seek to know more. What they did was they had a dream, they began their dream, and then they kept comparing their BS to someone else's summation. I did that. I was sitting in pews, I was at churches wanting to just be able to just take the mic and just speak the words. But me wanting and me doing were two different things. I would go to class and I would teach my students about nonprofit legal laws and compliance so that they can be better leaders in their nonprofits. And people would be like, Tony, you're so good, you should speak more. But I did not know how. So just to have that dream and the beginning story was not enough. And I didn't know how. The way I was raised, because I was raised in a very traumatic situation where the way that we sustained ourselves was through TANF and government benefits. So if no one gave us a handout, then most of the time we didn't eat. If there was not a free home or a basement, then there was usually no roof over our heads. Sometimes I woke up in someone's basement. But even as a child, I knew that this was not going to be my life. It may have been someone else's reality. It may have been something that I had to go through, but it was not going to be my summation. So I had to change that story. I meet people as a lawyer, I meet people as an entrepreneur, and we all have a beginning story. But the stories that we tell ourselves, they would either sabotage us or empower us. Some people push through because they have family that support them. They have a husband that loves them. They were able to just make things happen. But that's not most of us. Most of us have to create our story. We can't be stuck on the beginnings and someone else's summation, or what I like to call BS. We have to say that we're meant for more. So we must continually seek to know more. Because as we seek to know more, we do more. The fifth thing that I like to encourage you to do is strategize. See, we have dreams. And I said before, we get stuck on the beginnings and the summations. But we don't understand the process. And when you know the process, then you realize that you're not stuck by the process. The process is merely a guideline. It's more like a milestone, not a destination. It helps you get from one part to the other part of the story so that you can change, so that you can strategize, so that you can know what I call your SWOT analysis. We've heard it in business school about SWOT analysis, but most of us don't take the time out to do our own SWOT analysis to know what our strengths are. What is your strength? What makes you shine? What makes people keep coming back to you? What is that strength, that inner strength that keeps you going? Is it resilience? Is it love? Is it patience? Is it kindness? Is it just being a smart person? That's your strength. Your strength is your superpower. The next is what's your weakness? Because if you keep doing without knowing, sometimes that weakness keeps coming back to you because you need to learn what that weakness is. You need to know what that weakness is that is triggering you. You need to know what that weakness is so that it will continue, so it won't stop you. You're not meant to be stopped. You're meant to get stronger. You're meant to be living a life with passion. You're meant to be living a life that inspires you and inspires others to be better and to live better lives. But if you don't know what that weak spot is in you, then you will never understand how you can break through. One thing I do know as a former athlete, no pain, no gain. So that weak spot usually makes you want to seek to know more. That weak spot helps you understand that there's someone else that you can lean on, that you can learn from. The weak spot is not meant to destroy you, but it's meant to build you up. It's meant for you to appreciate that there's others out there. It's meant for you to appreciate that God is your guide, that He loves you, that He wants you to seek to know Him. Because when you ask of Him who you can be, how you can be better, then He will provide you with everything you need to appreciate that more is meant to be. Whether it's dreams, whether it's inspiration, whether it's motivation, whether it's an opportunity to speak to you all. I didn't know you all, but when I had a prayer so that God can help me to be a better person, so that I could change my realities, then I had to go through a process. And I kept stumbling again and again on my weak spot. You know what my weak spot is? It's procrastination. But I own that weak spot. So what I did was I sought other people to help me. I said I need someone to serve as my project manager. Because like most visionaries, I have the biggest dreams in the world. And then I have another dream. And then I have another dream. They're all consistently dealing with the same thing. Whether it's speaking, it's writing, whether it's empowering people as a legal coach. That's my dream. But the avenues is which I go forth in those dreams. That's sometimes what I get stuck on. But if I didn't notice and appreciate that I'm an artist, I'm moved by my emotions. And when I'm moved by emotions, I just pursue what that light is. But pursuing sometimes makes me start one and stop another and start one and stop another until I acknowledge what my weak spot is. Have you acknowledged what your weak spot is? Have you acknowledged that thing that is consistently holding you back? Because that's what you need to know. Because if you are going to come back to you, come back to your senses, you need to understand that comebacks is not about going back to where you used to be. Comebacks is to come back to where you are, to appreciate who you are. Another thing about appreciation and seeking to more of who you are, you have to understand and appreciate that there's opportunities. Each day offers new opportunities for you to be more. than you were yesterday? What opportunities are you denying yourself because they're hard? What opportunities are you denying yourself because it requires you to invest more money? What opportunities are you denying yourself because no one has ever traveled that path before and you never heard of it? Every day is a new opportunity to help you achieve your dream. But if you deny yourself an opportunity and you continuously deny opportunity after opportunity, then you will always remain a shadow of who you're meant to be. You're not meant to be a shadow of who you are. You're meant to be more. You're meant to evolve into who God says you are. But evolvement requires your involvement. And when you're seeking to know more, you need to seek to know who's threatening you from being you. Who's the person who's keeping you from making your dreams come true? Who is it? Is it a job that's making you expend hours after hours? I had that job. Once upon a time, I just thought that the best thing in the world was to be a lawyer at a corporation law firm.